We officially made it to 20,000 subscribers. Amen to that. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Arie. Today is gonna be all about how I got to 20,000 YouTube subscribers in less than a year. Now I'm gonna share with you some of the strategies that have helped me, because I know that a lot of you guys are gonna start getting results soon, and you'll be inspired to start your own YouTube channel to teach others, or your own personal brand in general. So hopefully after this video you'll know exactly kind of my philosophy behind my growth and just some of the strategies that I've implemented that have allowed me to grow this quickly. But of course, first of all, I want to give a special thank you to each and every single one of you, because honestly the channel would not have grown to this level without you guys' support. I always get DMs of you guys, posting on your stories about how you're watching my videos. I get people sending me pictures of them watching my videos on their TVs, and just a lot of really humbling and inspiring stuff like that of course pushes me every single day to keep making videos. My YouTube channel has really changed my life in a lot of ways. If you know my story a little bit, you know that I've been in e-commerce for a very long time, like almost 3 years now, which is so crazy. But one of the things about me is that I've always watched YouTube videos ever since I was like, ever since YouTube kind of just came out, right? And it was mainly about video games and stuff like that back in the day. I was always watching YouTube videos. Like, I never watched TV. I always watched YouTube videos because I was always on my computer. So ever since I was young, I've always kind of looked up to a lot of different YouTubers because that was what I watched, right? I didn't really watch TV. I mainly just watched videos. So ever since then, I've always wanted to, in the back of my mind, I've always wanted to make videos, but of course I didn't have a camera, I didn't have any editing skills, and I wasn't even sure I was confident enough to talk in front of a camera. And it wasn't really until I saw a lot of people making videos about dropshipping that, in my opinion, were good, but I knew I could fill like a void in there, right? I knew that these people were more or less holding a lot of information back and just frankly didn't have the results that I had. So I felt, you know what? I can get in there and essentially start my YouTube journey, right? It's taken me really far. It's honestly allowed me to get awesome results on my stores, and of course to create other income sources, an audience, and just help a ton of people out on the way, which is just the most amazing feeling. So guys, thank you so much. That's just pretty much what I want to say. It's thank you so much. 20,000 subscribers. It might not sound like a lot to you guys, but that's 20,000 people. 20,000 people that watched the video of mine and decided to subscribe so they can regularly watch my content, which to me, that's just unreal. But anyway, let's get to some practical tips. I don't want this video to just be all about me, but I just want to give you guys some help in terms of growing your YouTube channels, because I understand, like, YouTube is fun. I actually really enjoy making videos, and this is why I do it daily. I mean, I wouldn't make daily videos just because of the YouTube ad revenue, guys. Like, trust me, YouTube ad revenue is not that much. It's like a really small source of income compared to everything else. And it's not enough motivation for me to make a daily video, or at least anywhere near the consistent amount of content that I post. So trust me, I do really enjoy this. But anyways, the first tip, guys, is doing your keyword research, okay? Now, I know that sounds kind of difficult. I use a tool called vidIQ. Now, I'm not gonna lie, like, the most popular keywords in this niche are Shopify, dropshipping, and Facebook ads. So I try to cycle through those keywords pretty often in my videos. Now, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I don't put a huge emphasis on this. This is just like a small little tip. For me, what I did a lot was I watched a lot of other people's YouTube videos and go to these people's channels, right? Let's just say like Hayden Bowles and like Sebastian Georgi. Go to their channels and filter their videos by most popular, or you could go to smaller channels like mine or others, but filter their videos by most popular, and then try to recreate something similar, but try to improve it, obviously. You don't want to copy the same exact video. If you do the same exact video, it's kind of like with Facebook ads, right? If you copy someone's video step by step, you're gonna get banned, or it's just not gonna work at all. So kind of follow that philosophy when it comes to copying someone's video. Don't copy it, just try to improve it, put your own spin to it, something like that. That's pretty much what got me my first 1,000 subs. It's really just analyzing what was working for other people and implementing it into my channel, right? And just adding my own twist to it, putting my own personality out there, and my own knowledge, I guess, right? Now the second thing is make sure you work on your thumbnails, okay? Look at what other thumbnails are working and apply that to your thumbnails, because I made my thumbnails for a long time, but I was always trying to mimic other people's thumbnails and of course putting my own spin to it. But once I finally found somebody that could make thumbnails for me and make much better thumbnails than I was making, then that's when everything kind of changed, right? That's when it really started picking up, because now I had more time to create better content and I had better thumbnails, okay? So make sure you don't neglect your thumbnails, but of course if you can't outsource it, you know, go with your own thumbnails, make them on Canva. You know, I did it for a long time and it worked just fine, so keep that under consideration. Now the third thing I want to say, guys, is get a decent camera, right? Like this was my first camera that I used. It's the Canon G7X. It was about $600. Of course, you don't need something like this. In fact, my first videos, like my first like 10 videos were all recorded on my phone. Trust me, that's kind of a pain in the ass, but obviously if you really want to start a YouTube channel and you're truly committed, you'll do anything. So make sure you're using your resources. If you don't have enough money for a camera, if you don't have enough money for whatever, just make sure you use your phone, okay? That's what I did, and that's what started my YouTube channel, and that's what gave me the confidence to just get more comfortable with the camera. Because guys, your first like 20, 30 videos, in my opinion, they're gonna be complete flukes. Like you can try your hardest obviously, but it's kind of just like improving, right? You're only making those videos, in my opinion, just to kind of get used to talking in front of a camera by yourself, which is honestly a little weird, but I'm so used to it now. But if you watch my first videos, I was a complete different person on camera. Like it was so hard for me to show my real personality, like the real me, because I didn't know how to make videos. So you have to work on it, right? And the best way to do it is just to start. So make sure you just start. If you just have a phone, use your phone. But I will say, you know, once you start getting more comfortable, you start seeing some views, make sure that you invest in a camera or something like that. Now, the next thing that I want to say, guys, that helped me a ton is commenting on other people's channels. This was very big for me, in my opinion. I would set a goal every single day to comment on at least 20 dropshipping videos. They didn't have to be all super popular. I actually preferred commenting on like the freshest videos, like the ones that had just came out. So I subscribed to every single like Shopify YouTuber. I turned on the notifications for all of their channels, and every time they'd upload a video, boom, I was commenting in there. And I'm sure a lot of you guys found my channel through other comments. I still do this, guys. Now, I don't do like, I don't focus on commenting on people's videos, but whenever I do watch someone's video, I always make sure to leave a comment, because not only will other people see my comment now and comment like, oh, Arie, I love your videos, or you know, the person itself, the YouTube, whoever owns the channel will comment on it and say something, which that's a networking opportunity. You know, you start building relationships with people just through that. But of course, it just gives you a ton of exposure, and exposure is exactly what you need at the beginning, because trust me, a YouTube channel is pretty difficult to grow. It requires a lot of work and consistency. So that's the next thing. Make sure you're consistent. Like Gary Vee always says this, but two people with the same level of talent, you know, let's just say starting a YouTube channel, they both have the same results, same talent, same personality. The one that's posting a video every single day versus the one that's posting 2 videos a week, the one that's posting every single day is always gonna come out on top. And that's just, I mean, that's kind of obvious, but if you really think about it, it's true. Like, that's why I try to make so many videos also, because I understand that that's how you keep an engaged audience, and that's how, you know, that's what's gonna put you ahead of the competition. If you can outwork everybody, you will win. And that concept can be applied to literally any aspect of your life, even your dropshipping stores, of course. The next thing I wanna say is grow your Instagram. So make a personal brand Instagram that's congruent with your YouTube channel. It's much easier, guys, to grow on Instagram than it is on YouTube. On Instagram, for example, you could simply follow like 2,000 people that are into Shopify dropshipping, and about 400 of them will follow you back. And those 400, you can develop a relationship, do live streams, try to drop value in the live streams and send people over to your YouTube channel. That's what I did at the beginning. If you remember, I'm sure a lot of you guys, I'm sure some of you guys were there at the very beginning in like January of this year, whenever I was doing live streams on Instagram, like every single day, every night, I was doing a live stream on Instagram for like 30 minutes, nothing too crazy. But there was probably like 3-4 people watching. Like, it was nothing crazy. I had like not a big following at all. But guess what? All of those 3-4 people, I was helping them out a ton. I was trying to like get all their questions answered and send them over to my YouTube channel, and guess what? They would all subscribe. And then eventually it was 10 people watching, and then 11 people watching, and now I don't even know how many I get, but I just recently got to over 10,000 Instagram followers. So the crazy thing is, after a certain point, my YouTube channel started beating my Instagram, which was really awesome, but I still send people to my YouTube channel from my Instagram all the time. And in fact, I encourage you to follow me on Instagram, because honestly, I'm super active on Instagram, and you'll pretty much get like a day in the life every day whenever you watch my stories, because I'm very active, and I try to drop golden nuggets in there every once in a while as well. So make sure you do that. Now the last thing, guys, the last thing that I have to say is lead with value, okay? It's never not gonna work to give more value than anyone else on YouTube. It's never not gonna work. And that's what drew attention to me, is that I was giving way more value than anyone else. I think simply because I was really out there in the trenches and still am. I've been working super hard on my dropshipping store since the very beginning, so it wasn't difficult for me to drop value and to share what I was doing. Now obviously, after a certain point, you know, you have to be a little more responsible with the amount of knowledge you're sharing, or with the way that you're doing it, and I've learned that through my Trend Cove series, because guys, I know a lot of you guys are very honest and very cool, but honestly, the majority of you will copy everything that I do. And that's fine. I think that's great, and obviously I totally understand. But guess what? This is a competition. I mean, it's a big pie, but at the same time, Facebook is very strict nowadays. If they see multiple stores that are exactly the same, they're not gonna send high quality traffic to your store. So it's just one of those things that it's getting more and more dangerous to share more and more very exclusive knowledge, at least when it comes to stores. Obviously, I'm totally fine with telling you what's working and stuff like that, but as far as sharing my stores, I think I'm done with that, guys, unfortunately. Unless I do some sort of challenge or something like that, which I might do in the future. Honestly, I will consider it for sure in the near future, so stay tuned for that. But guys, just always lead with value. Look at the value baseline on YouTube, and then like watch, you know, 20 videos from 20 different people, and look at that baseline of value that they're dropping, and then just try to stay a step ahead. Like that's literally kind of like what's been the key to success for me, is I always try to stay a step ahead in value. And the only reason why I've been able to do that is because I know what I'm doing, guys. So also, just make sure you don't stop dropshipping or something. If you're talking about dropshipping, don't stop. If you're talking about social media marketing, don't stop your social media marketing agency. You have to be practicing what you preach. If you're not practicing what you preach, it's gonna come off as unauthentic, and it's gonna be just really hard to keep going, right? Like, things change, guys. Like, Facebook ads have been so weird this month, and that's why I'm saying, like, I can't imagine not having a store and trying to help people out that have been seeing really weird stuff with Facebook ads, and just telling them, you know, oh, well, don't worry, it'll pass, right? Like, I wanna know what's going on. And in order to know what's going on, and you know, all these changes and all these things, you have to be actively in the market, actively practicing what you preach. So guys, I'm really sorry. This video got super long, but hopefully a lot of these things help you out, because really, I do think more people should start YouTube channels. I do think more people should try to bring something to the table, help others out. And honestly, it's just a really smart move overall, right? Like, if you're helping people, you're growing your brand, and you're growing your businesses, and you're learning. It's just all positive things. So like, I strongly recommend that you guys do that if you are seeing results, or even if you haven't seen results and you want to document your journey, that's fine too. Honestly, I wish I would have done that like 2 years ago, like just started documenting exactly what I was doing. You know, not exactly, like I wouldn't have shared my stores, but I would have shared like kind of the strategies that I was following, kind of like how I've done now. But that's pretty much it for this one. I really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I still can't believe we got to 20,000 subscribers in less than a year. Now the next goal, I don't know what it is, 30,000, I guess, 40, 50, 100,000, whatever it is. I know we'll get there, because guys, a YouTube channel only grows, especially if you're consistent, and that's kind of the key, consistency. So make sure you're consistent with your channel, make sure you're consistent with your stores, with everything you do in life. And that's pretty much it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for 20,000 subscribers. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. And I'm super excited for the future of this channel. I appreciate all the support you guys have given me. And I appreciate that you appreciate the content that I make, and that you follow me on a day-to-day basis. That's just so humbling. But that's it for this one, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
That's it. my cipher complete like Nikes on my feet, keep my cipher complete like